waiting, I'm going to give you a few tips for being here at SeaWorld. Usually SeaWorld's hours are at like 10. It's a good idea to get here earlier because you can still go see Shamu down in his tank, and you can still pet sharks and pet the minnows, and there's like stuff that you can do if you get here early. So might as well, you know? And then you line up at certain parts and then get into the park. And from what I've noticed coming, I've liked getting here earlier than the park opens and just being here for the opening. Because it just seems like it takes longer to get through the gates and everything and to park if you come even a half an hour after it opens, you know, it just takes a lot longer. In my opinion, SeaWorld is like one of the most chill theme parks that I've ever been to by far. We enter and go straight to the right and just make a big old loop all the way around and hit the orcas at the end of that loop, and then we just go up the middle through all the kids rides and the play place and everything. I just feel like it's a really chill place. There's bathrooms everywhere. If you need to like go to a show, that's totally fine because the park is not really that big. There's like plenty to do. I feel like we never do everything in one day, although you easily could if you're like running about, but we really like to take our time and just like have it be chill and like really just relaxed. Honestly, today is the busiest day that I've ever been, and it's during spring break, so that makes sense, but it's still not packed, you know, like there's plenty of people, but like you can move around, and like the lines are still like what, 10 minutes. The longest line is the Sky Ride, and usually that's 30 minutes even on busy days. For some reason it's like always the same. Anyways, but it's a pretty chill park, and I have been super impressed by it, and we love just coming down, and I'm really thankful that we have a season pass. Oh, a big thing I wanted to tell you about is that towards the beginning of the year, SeaWorld always does a FUNPASS, and I didn't know this until this year, which is totally crazy, but the FUNPASS is normally $89, and I've thought about getting it because my son would absolutely love coming here and learning about sea life and everything, you know. This is like a great age. He's 3. Anyways, the FUNPASS is usually $89, and I was totally gonna spend that, but at the beginning of the year, they actually give away like, I don't know, I think something like 10,000 free FUNPASSes or something like that, and then it costs $10 after that until like supplies run out. We got ours for 10 bucks. Got my nephew one. You need to provide a birth certificate, and that's all, and it's $10, and you do it all online. You come in, go through guest services, they give you your ticket. Super duper easy, and that's good for the rest of the year, so it's good to do that as early as you can in the year, especially if you can hit up that freebie deal. So anyways, we feel really lucky that we have season passes to this place because it is just really chill. We have so much fun coming. We're so lucky to live in San Diego where we can just come whenever. We also have Disneyland passes, but Disney's, you know, still an hour and a half, 2 hours away. And this is just such like a nice thing to come and do, and there's so many rides for kids. It's like you're at Disneyland, except for they get to ride so many more rides in a shorter amount of time. So and they get to see awesome Shamu and pet sharks and stuff. It's super cool. So we are big fans of SeaWorld. Well done, SeaWorld, for what they've done here. The shows have kind of gone downhill. They used to be a lot more theatrical and like do amazing things with all the animals, but because of shows like Blackfish and stuff, just activists and stuff, they've kind of had to do away with that. They've taken the shows down a bit, but it's still such a magical experience. I feel like they've added a lot just to make it really cool. I just wanted to say really quick, as I feed my baby, that my kid's favorite show by far is the pet show, the animal show. I think it's called Animals Rule, and it's pretty dang cute. It has like dogs, cats, a pig, ducks, emu, stuff like that. So we have had to take our kids to that every time that we've come because it is their favorite show, and even my 1-year-old, like, she freaks out every time. She loves it. It's really fun and like lively and stuff, and it's super funny because it's like not sea life, but it's a super entertaining one for little kids. We love to bring food and snacks, which you kind of have to smuggle in, but they do have this awesome deal. Most of the food around the park is pretty expensive. Like, if you want just one meal, it usually adds up to like 30 bucks if you get like an entree and a side. So it's like right around 30 most places. But they do have this deal that you can buy right outside of the front gate, and it's a food pass, and every single hour you can go around to the different food places here and get an entree, a side, and a dessert, which is pretty awesome. And they actually have really amazing food here. Things that I would recommend. So they've got this amazing chicken and brisket plate that is to die for over at Calypso's Bay Smokehouse. And there is also a place called Flatbreads and Fry Cones, which probably is my favorite. It's amazing. They have like different choices where you can load these fries with like awesome toppings, and they have like one that's Greek and just so many seasonings, and that one's really good. Over by Shipwreck Rapids, there's this cafe, and they have an amazing burger over there. And so what I'm saying is, if you just buy one meal, it kind of adds up to about $30. So if I've seen people get in line with a family of 4 and spend $110 on one meal. That's crazy. And so just go and buy this $35 pass for food at the beginning of the day, and just get one. I mean, you can get one for everyone in your family, but just get one, and you can go to these restaurants and get a meal. So you get an entree, a side, and a dessert. Every single hour you can do a different one. So that's pretty awesome. Great deal, steal of a deal, and like I said, unlike a lot of other theme parks, there is some killer food here. So that's something I really recommend here at SeaWorld. Let me know if you've tried any other food, because we haven't tried it all, so I'd like to know what else is good. I also wanted to add that we're big time icy lovers. They have these icy stands all over the place, and if you get one of these cups, if you get a cup like this, or they have different like cooler ones that are prettier in all the shops, but you can find them all over SeaWorld. They are about $10 to $15 depending on which one you get, and of course if you do have a season pass, you get a discount, so that's a few dollars off. Ours were $15 originally, we got them for $12. But we bought 2 just because you can get refills. On the first day, there's free refills, and all the other days, instead of spending like $5 to $6 on an icy, it's $2.99 for a refill, and for sodas it's 99 cents for a refill. So that's pretty cool. If you're gonna be doing SeaWorld multiple times, it's good to have that on hand. We love doing the ices. Another little tip about the drinks, if you're going to be refilling the drinks, most of the stations have like super basic flavors of sodas, like really basic, you know, like 5 flavors, but like there's one right, if you walk straight in from the entrance or like near the orcas, very central, there's some really big, and I think that there's one back by Shipwreck Rapids and stuff. There's some really cool, like, you know, they have those soda machines where like they're digital and you can choose really fun flavors, and so it's cool if you have the cup where you get all free refills for the day if it's the first day, or 99 cents for other days. You can make really cool flavors that are really funky and fun. So that's fun for the kids if the kids are the ones drinking it, but usually it's the adults, so at least in our family. But it's just, and my husband really likes soda, so it's fun for him. Anyways, wanted to let you know that it's not all basic sodas if you go to the right stands. So there you go. This is a really fun kid area directly to the right when you walk into SeaWorld. There's some really fun rides. Most of them only require 36 inches. Sadly, that jellyfish over there with the swings is 40 inches, so hopefully we'll be able to go on that soon in the next couple months. But there's some really fun rides that drop you and rock you and go around in circles. So this is a really fun area for toddlers. So there is a surprising number of adult rides here at SeaWorld, and I hadn't been here since I was young, and I was really shocked at how many awesome things there were for kids to do here now, not just animal oriented, but like rides and everything. And there's so many adult rides, and this one's my favorite one. It's called Manta, and it's awesome. It's totally fast and really fun. There's also the Sky Tower, which is over there. That's an icon of SeaWorld. Everyone knows the Sky Tower. And there's the Bayside Sky Ride, which is where you like sit in the buckets and you cruise out above the water on a wire. You just go out and back, and my kids really like that one. It's just really relaxing and quiet. Journey to Atlantis, and that one's a really fun like Splash Mountain type ride mixed with roller coaster. That one's cool. You will get wet on that one, just like Shipwreck Rapids, which is a really fun ride too. And there's one called Riptide Rescue. There's Wild Arctic, which is kind of like a Star Tours like virtual ride. That's totally fun too. So they're all really different, and it's totally shocking that SeaWorld's got all this stuff, but they got it happening, so it's really fun to come to SeaWorld now. All those adult rides, most of them require 42 inches, and I should probably mention, you can't see it from here, maybe I'll show it later, but there's a new ride called the Electric Eel that's going to be opening up May 12th, and I'll probably show that next time we come, or at least in May when we come. But it looks like an intense one with, you know, upside downs and twirls, and it looks like it's going to be really cool. So I'll go ahead and review that one once I go on it. So yeah, I have to recommend Manta because it's my favorite one. There it is behind me, and it goes up above the manta ray petting area, so that's cool, and out over the flamingos and all over, so that's cool. Here's the new Electric Eel one. Looks pretty intense and awesome. We're by the Shipwreck Rapids over here. Sadly, this ride is 42 inches, so not for toddlers exactly, but close. But it's a super fun area and a really fun ride if you get on it. You do get soaked on this ride. There are opportunities all around the park to pet some of the animals. I love the stingrays. We're over at the dolphins right now. You kind of have to wait it out, but they can come up and you can pet animals around the park, so that's really fun. You can pet sharks, and there's like little minnow fish that like to come up and nibble on you, and lots of other fun animals. So check out those pools. Another tip that I have is I like to not have like a ton of crap with us when we are here. Hi! Anyways, I do think that it is smart to not, oh, they're on their ride, to not bring a bag at all when you come, because if you're going to be waiting in a line, that is the line that you have to wait in, the security check line. To check your bag. I mean, it takes a few minutes. It's like not a big deal, but I like just loading everything into the stroller. If you need to like carry valuables with you to shows and stuff, definitely take a bag, but you know, make it small. You don't want to be lugging everything in your backpack or something, so keep most of it in the stroller. Everyone just jumps in strollers with a million things in it. Honey, hi! Hi, Andy! Hi! Hi! You're so beautiful! And I also recommend taking a change of clothes for your kids, whether they get wet or need a wardrobe change like Indy did today. And today happened to be one of the only days I didn't have a onesie with me, and so she's wearing brother's shirt. So those are my tips. Highly recommend SeaWorld, and thanks for watching me today. Thanks.